I feel like I've been quite busy this past week, but then I'm like, when I actually try and think about what I've done, I just get mind block. I think I've been okay though. Wednesday was a little bit difficult last week. I got weighed, so that's always difficult because there's like what the anorexia thinks of it, and then there's what I think of it, and then fighting between those because the anorexic voice is always louder. And then there's the professional's point of view. And yeah, last week I had to deal with, I'm just slapping my last week I had to deal with, again, I'm okay when I maintain, fine. And when I lose, I know that's not okay, but it's easier in terms of dealing with thoughts. So yeah, it's all conflicting, and yeah, it felt a bit triggering. My GP is like always great, and obviously she was saying like from their point of view it's better, but also it's like it's not really a big deal. It's almost like a weight where it's sort of, I don't know, like everyone has a weight that varies to some degree a little bit, so it's not like you can just base it off of one weight, like it has to be like an overall picture. So I suppose we'll see next time. I've tried to not let it set me back anyway, so I've just like tried to keep to my plan. And yeah, it's just difficult to get my head around, I think. But apart from that, like, yeah, I think I've sort of been okay. I was also put on a couple of things like for gastro side effects that I'm having at the minute. Just like feeling sick after eating and like getting indigestion, and yeah, too much information, like just slow digestive system, and needing some help with that. I don't, yeah. Having an eating disorder really sort of screws up your digestive system. So you just sort of get really unpleasant, uncomfortable gastro feelings, and that doesn't exactly help with recovery, because it just triggers a lot of negative thoughts. So yeah, I picked those meds up anyway. But apart from that, yeah, like I've had ICS in between where I have like community support. And on Monday I had quite a busy day. I had therapy first thing, and then a dietetic review, and then lunch support. So that was busy. Therapy was, I can't really even remember what happened apart from me getting upset as usual. But yeah, I can't even remember what I got upset about. Maybe it's just because I'm trying to block it out. But probably to do my weight, to be honest. And yeah, just struggling to vocalize things, to like, because of the autism. And then I think sometimes when you vocalize it, also your eating disorder makes you feel guilty for it because it's challenging it. So I think it's a combination of that. But yeah, like I felt better afterwards. And then when I had my dietetic review, yeah, that helped as well, just because we added some changes in, well, not even really, were they changes? I don't know, it just felt like it was more of a plan. I know you have to be careful in eating disorder recovery of being flexible, but at the same time, because I have autism, I am quite structured and I do like structure. So it's trying to find a balance in between that. Yeah, and we have some things that I might try, and that sort of helped in other ways as well, because I was asked to do like a list of things to maybe add back in. So, but like in a creative way, because I get more from doing things when I've done it in a creative way. And also, it's been like terrible weather this past week, so it's given me something to do. I started mind mapping. I haven't even finished this, but I'm just trying to make it nice and colourful. So doing some shading and stuff. And then I have like different food groups and things that I like, don't necessarily feel comfortable with putting them all back in. But they are things I like. It's like being honest with yourself about what you do like. So even though I'm not just going to be able to like have everything straight away, I think you have to put it out there that actually you do like it. You might not be at the stage to try it yet, but yeah, so I've done those, and then I've let the dietitian know, yeah, basically things that I like. So in the future they can sort of be built back in. But yeah, even that's sort of quite difficult, because you're letting someone know about, I don't know, again, it's just challenging the eating disorder, isn't it? So it feels like a really unsafe thing, because the eating disorder doesn't want most of the things that you're saying that actually, yeah, you like. And with anorexia, I think from an outside perspective, people just think you don't like food. I've had that ridiculous comment before where people say, oh, I wish I could be anorexic, but I like food too much. And I just think, oh my God. I actually challenge people when they say that now, but it's just ridiculous. So if you didn't know, right, people with anorexia do like food. We don't just not like it. It's a psychological illness. We still like the taste. We get hunger signals, or the leptin and ghrelin hormones all work correctly, but the psychological illness just takes over that. So yeah, we do like food. We don't necessarily want to admit it to people because our eating disorder will make us feel guilty, but we do. Like, we are normal humans with taste buds. So yeah, it's just that the guilt sort of outweighs everything, and we just get scared to eat things or eat enough. So yeah, I have mixed feelings about it, but I know that being honest is just for the best. So yeah, that was that. And then the past few days, I don't even know what I've really done with my life. Tuesday I didn't do anything, or I don't feel like I did anything. I just stayed at home all day. And yesterday there was a football match in the evening. I actually watched that one. It's not that I don't like football, like, it's okay. I just have other things to do, and people just get really, I don't know, ridiculous over it. I know people like it. I just personally can't always deal with everyone else's emotions with it at the time. It's a bit intense. I did, because it was the semi-final, I thought, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. But yeah, it's nice that everyone's in like higher spirits. It'd just be nice if people could get in high spirits over other stuff and back other things as much as they do football. But yeah, I have been trying to make phone calls. That's what I've been doing, and that's just been so stressful. Like, I have so many things to put in before I start college in 9 weeks, and I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I've now been referred for another bone scan, and I'm still due to have my wisdom teeth removed, and that's making me stressed because I'm having one removed from both sides, like on the top, and that's going to be like a week to 2 week recovery, and it depends on how I respond, like if I get empty socket syndrome or anything like that, and that could have an impact then on my recovery. I don't want it to, I'm not planning for it to, but I will have to have like a soft food liquid diet for a while my gums heal, and then it's how I try and get back into like normal eating again from there. That I think is going to be difficult. And what I was hoping for is that they would be removed sooner rather than later, so I have a bit of a buffer time before I begin college. But at the minute, the estimate is that it's going to be the start of August, which is sort of okay, but it isn't a confirmed thing, and I'm still waiting for the letter. It's only because I called to just try and like ask about it. I know that bit. So yeah, I'm just sort of getting a bit stressed about that, but it's out of my control. So try not to think of it too much. And then also physio. I just can't get through to the physio department, which again is just a pain. And I know that there's a waiting list for that. And I just feel like all of my appointments are going to come right when I need to be at college and could do without the time off. So it sort of stressed me out a bit. And what was the other thing that I'm waiting for? Even getting through to college to sort out my support plan. That's been a bit of a pain because no one answers the phone with that. And I get anxious making phone calls anyway, so it's just sort of reinforcing the anxiety about it all. I'm sure like everything will get sorted. But right now it's just a little bit intense. I feel like I'm running out of time. And on top of that, I still have to have all of my usual appointments like weight check and therapy, dietetics and supported meals and bloods, and yeah, it's quite busy. I do have some volunteering though, just to sort of get me slightly away from health related problems. Oh, I also know I need an ECG this month. Annual ECG for medication. So that's something else to add to the list. So for anyone who previously may have thought eating disorders are glamorous, really not. You have a very busy life with health appointments, and I just don't feel like, I feel like for me, it's so normal in my life now, and it really shouldn't be. Like other 27-year-olds, they're not being sent for all of these things that I have to be sent for. And it's so easy to sort of get into this habit and this routine, like it's been what I've known for several years, and to think that that's normal. But actually, no, it isn't. Like, I've not been able to do stuff because I'm so busy with being ill and having so many appointments, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, that is not normal for people my age. And I just have to sort of remind myself about that sometimes. But yeah, that's sort of what's happening right now. Very long update because I've just left it for a week, and yeah, just been getting really anxious and stressed. But yeah, I'll just think of the positives, like Tooth Fairy. Haven't seen the Tooth Fairy, have I, for about 17 years? Because obviously going to visit me. Yeah, that's ridiculous. nonsense, don't I? Never mind.